Ever since I was a little girl, I always knew what I wanted to be. While most people wanted to be a doctor, astronaut, or a movie star, my answer was always the same. I wanted to be a teacher. It's something I have always known I wanted to do with my life. I was inspired by the many influences that I had so far. I've had great teachers growing up that made such an impact with me, they inspired me to want to be like them. And I can hopefully be that person to other children someday in the future. As I got older, I began working as a camp counselor, developing relationships with my campers. I soon began tutoring and babysitting kids around the neighborhood as well. And by doing so, I knew that I found my passion in helping shape the future. Both great teachers and a good education are very important to society. Together, they help shape the futures for children. Receiving a good education can open many doors for these kids to have a successful future and life. I think an effective teacher is someone who understands their children's needs. Every student is so different, and as a teacher, you should make sure that you are giving the students the best education possible. Whether you're just making accommodations for them or you're taking a few extra minutes to help them learn, I think it's important for teachers to do that. According to Henry Wong, an effective teacher is someone who has good classroom management, teaches for mastery, and has positive expectations for student success. And I couldn't agree more with him. Because there are many things that make up an effective teacher, I think some of the most important qualities are someone who is patient with their students and manages their classrooms well. You want to teach them for success, and finally, you always want to have positive goals and expectations for them. I have many outlooks on teaching. I believe that as a teacher, you need to be patient and inspiring to your students. Helen Caldecott said it best. Teachers, I believe, are the most responsible and important members of society because their professional efforts affect the fate of the earth. This is something I think about all the time and will continue to think about in the future. Teachers are more than just someone who teaches you math or science. They are leaders, motivators, and someone who should spark inspiration in their students. This year, something that's been asked me a lot is what my classroom will be like. And I think it's very important to have a good sense of classroom management. Classroom management has many purposes, but I believe its biggest purpose is to help your students flourish both inside the classroom and out of it. Having a setting and an attitude that allows the students to feel safe helps them break out of their shell and become comfortable around you. I hope to develop a safe space for my students where they'll be excited to learn and feel that they can come talk to me about anything. Classroom management could be how you have your room set up to the rules you have set in place. And I want to make sure that I create the best environment for my students as possible.